Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show how to create a bootable USB using the Windows 10 ISO. So this will mimic a CD if you don't have one. So the first thing you need is Rufus, this application that will allow you to create a bootable USB from any ISO. Obviously we're going to be using the Windows 10 ISO. So you need this application. Head down to the description, click the first link, which is just rufus.ie. Scroll down to the download tab and click the first link here. Now for you, it might be 3.7, 4.0, it depends how far in the future you are watching this video. But you just click on that and you'll get a .exe download. Now I've already got one, so I'm just going to leave that in the download section. But you can just drag it to the desktop. So I've got mine on my desktop, so you just double click on it and click yes. When the admin privileges or requires privileges, just click on yes and you should see an application like this. So just leave that for one side because we need the ISO download. Head over to the second link in the description, which is Microsoft.com. This will present you with a media installation tool download. Now obviously we don't want the tool. This tool is another method of doing it. However, it does require a valid license for Windows 10 to be able to use the tool, as well as it takes a lot longer than Rufus. But it does the same thing. But to get the ISO, we need to trick the website into believing we're not on a Windows device, because it will automatically detect that you're on a Windows 10 device and offer you to, or basically force you to download this tool instead of the ISO. So what you do is you right click in the browser. Now I'm using Google Chrome. For you, it might be Firefox. I haven't tried the other browsers. So I can't say if they work on that, but you need to inspect element. Now you can click F12 or right click and click inspect. And what we need to do is we need to use the emulation tool. Emulation tool is for responsive design for web developers, but it emulates a phone. And our phone doesn't use the Windows operating system, so it could be like an iPad Pro or an iPhone X. When you click on this tool, it will change it into the emulation. So as you can see here, it's blue. So that means the emulation is on. And as you can see at the top, it says this is basically emulating an iPad Pro. You can change it to a different phone. For example, I could change it to an iPhone X. And as you can see, it tests the responsive design. But what's clever about this is it will trick the website into believing you're not running a Windows 10 device. If you click on this percentage sign up here and just change it to 125, it will zoom in. If you refresh the page now, as you can see, it says you've been routed to this page because the operating system you're using won't support the Windows 10 media creation tool. Obviously it will, but we're tricking it by using the emulation in Google Chrome's inspect element. Just to remind you, it's this button right here, and when it's blue, you are using the emulation. So you can scroll down a little bit and you can select the edition of the ISO you want. So select the first one, which is this one here. Now for you, again, like I said about Rufus, it could be the August update. It depends how many months ahead you are watching this, but just select the latest one. The latest one will always be the first option. You can't actually select the May update title. It's just the button underneath or the link underneath. You click confirm, give it a second and scroll down again, and then select your native language. So obviously for me it's English, so I'll just click on English and click confirm. Give it a second to load, and now it sent us to a page to give us the option for a Windows 10 ISO file. So you can click the 64-bit or 32-bit. I'm going to click the 64-bit, and there we go, it's downloading the ISO. Now I'm not going to make you wait 10 minutes for the ISO to download because I've already downloaded it. As you can see, it's on my desktop here. So I'm just going to cancel this download. And once your download's completed, just make sure both things are on the desktop, so you've got your Rufus and your ISO. It just makes it easier for selecting it in the application. It should automatically detect the USB that you want to change into the bootable one. So as you can see, this is my Toshiba 32GB USB. If you've got multiple USB devices and you're not sure which one to select, you can unplug one or two of them, leave one in, and then you'll see which letter that one is, or just keep swapping them and you'll see which one is which. Leave everything as default and just select your ISO file. So as you can see, it's on the desktop, so I just double click it. Leave the image option, the partition, target system as the same. You can change the volume label if you want to. I'll just call this Win 10. It doesn't really matter what you call the volume label. File system, leave as 32 FAT. Cluster size, leave as 16. As you can see, the status down here is ready. You just click start. It will delete all the data that's currently stored on that specific USB, so make sure you've not got any important data on that USB that you're changing into a bootable one, because it will be erased. Click OK. Then it's deleting the partitions. It's just creating the file system and copying the ISO files. So once the process has completed, then you should see status ready in green this time. And don't click start again, because that will basically do the installation again. You can just click close, and that is your bootable, or your USB is now bootable. If I go to this PC, Win 10, as you can see, I've got the setup.exe, the boot files, everything to actually install Windows 10 on any device. So if this video did help, please leave a like, comment if you're stuck with anything, I'll be happy to help, subscribe for future content, and I will see you all in the next video.